Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Duggan and this is not my normal stream time. I decided to stream a little bit early today. Normally I stream around 1 o'clock Atlantic, which is UTC minus 4 hours for people around the world. Today it's 10 a.m. and yesterday was like 11:30 a.m. It's just going to be another warm day, and I thought, you know, I've got time this morning. I might as well get things going. I do want to try and get out and run some errands this afternoon, and this does free me up to do that. So it's maybe a way to bring in some new viewers too. So I'm not sure who's around at 10 a.m. for me, but welcome in if you're new. And of course, you can always watch these later on Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube. I do post them usually within 24 hours. Sometimes on the weekend, there's a little bit of a delay, but we have everything usually organized in playlists and stuff over on Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube. Dan, good to see you. Retro is here as well. And Jinx DEC, good afternoon from the UK. Well, good afternoon to you. I guess it is, yeah, it's about 2 p.m. for you. Funny enough, this feels very familiar because normally I stream the Spawn Chunks on Mondays with Pixel Riffs live to our Discord at 10 a.m. for me. And so starting the workday at 10 a.m. with a live stream it feels pretty natural. So if this works out, I might try to do this in the summertime because lately the later afternoon streams, it gets really warm, and I've also been trying to get to the gym ahead of the rush. And so we'll see if we can get some more people in during these early times, then this might be a new time slot, at least for a couple of days. I do find it useful during the week to kind of move things around. Saturdays are probably going to stay in the afternoon just because that's a pretty regular time for me, and Friday afternoon probably the same. We'll have to see what's going on, but yeah, for now this is what we're doing, and we're going to pick up where we left off yesterday. We're working on the bee farm, and we're going to work on the grounds and the beehives and all that kind of stuff. So let's dive in. I'm just hanging out here in this little flower farm cottage next to the bee farm, which looks really cool now. Now that we've got all the right colors in and we're starting to fill in some of the grounds, it's starting to feel pretty nice. Actually wondering whether we should have a little connector path here. That would be a good idea. Kind of fun. So obviously I've not done anything with the wall around it. We do need to make some more beehives, and I have to think about what I want to do with this space. This might actually be a crop farm. I don't think I'm going to put beehives there. I think this could be like a nice little crop farm. And I like the idea of something else here as well. Maybe like a little flower thing. I'm not really sure. I do like what I did up here behind this. Kind of like this old overgrown patch. Don't know whether we'd want to do that. I think I like the sunflowers there. We're going to add some stuff to them, but they're facing the right direction. And I still have not decided what I want to do for the flowers. I think we're leaning on rose bushes and poppies. Certainly not jungle. I think we're going to lean on the mangrove. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can use moss carpet the way that I want. Well, that's not bad. I feel like it might look better on the jungle than it does on the mangrove. Donaraf subscribing at tier 1. Thanks very much, Donaraf. 9 months. Donaraf said, woof. 9 months sub anniversary. I would say something witty about a baby, but it's too early and I haven't had enough coffee. Speaking of coffee, cheers. Thanks very much for the support. That's funny. Hey, it's the Fire Keystone badge, so that's my favorite. Even though it's not the top tier, I still think it's my favorite. So I think the bigger decision I was trying to figure out yesterday was where I want to put the other beehives. So I think what we'll do, we'll make another dozen of these. I feel like we could probably use our oak wood for this. I feel like we have a lot of oak. Oh, right. We need to take a road trip. I forgot about that. Let's do that. Let's do that first. Let's dump some of this. And I'll text Alistair and I'll see If it's cool if I can grab some honeycomb. I've got some of these have got bees in them. We should get some more moss while we are on our way too. I don't think there's anything else that we need. Need some grass, but I don't have any of that stored up anywhere. That was just meant to be a decoration for the house. All right, is there anything that we are low on? I don't think I'm low on gravel, no. Good on mangrove stuff. Filled that up. Filled that up. Right, mangrove wood. I'd be better off to grow those here, though. Yeah, I think on our list of data packs to install is going to be one where we can unpack honeycomb block into honeycomb again. I thought you could do that, I think, when I made that. I think that's all we need. Let me just, I'm going to make a quick message here while I go and sort a few things out. So it's a nice thing about having your server mates on text message. All right, we'll see what he says. In the meantime, I'm going to go back into the keep and see if there's anything that I need to restock over there. I feel like shulker boxes is the only thing that I know that I'm light on. Quick, someone drop some bits to kick off a hype train. Thanks very much. Delara! Delara, tier 1. 47 months. Oh dear. Now I want coffee to celebrate so many months. Yes. I mean, 1 month is worth celebrating. So, but yeah, I find it very humbling as the years of streaming go on and realize that some people have been subbed for years. Like that's a lot of support. It's very, very cool. 47 months. That's wild. You're 1 month away from 4 years. So cool. Jumbo sale. I feel like your summer makes me feel lucky to catch streams more. That's good, Jumbo sale. That was the idea of streaming a little bit early. That was the idea. I need to refresh my memory as to how you even get resin. I think it involves the creaking. I think you have to have a creaking summoned to get resin. We're good there. I'm gonna bring that back out with me. Wow, we got a lot of wood there. Yeah, if I can find a spare shulker, that will be my... I've got 3 or 4, but I've also got a ton of sand I need a shulker box up. So I'm sort of thinking about moving. You know, like I'm thinking about when this project is finished and I need to exit West Hill, how am I going to move all this crap? Because it's one of the things that makes life so easy on the server is the fact that I'm a digital pack rat and I never throw anything away. Creaking and pale oak. Creaking summoned. Hit the creaking. Resin is left on the logs. Left on the logs. Is it left on the tree? I should know this. I do a podcast about Minecraft, but I find that the updates have been so fast and furious, and Pixrift and I have to parse and communicate so many details. The sun rays coming in. That's really pretty. Every week that I don't retain it. It's one of the reasons why I didn't like standardized testing when I was in school. It's like, hey, you've studied art history for the semester. We're going to quiz you on everything. So you have to completely empty your brain of everything else for the next week. Push everything out onto a piece of paper. We're going to say, yes, he knows the stuff. At which point, I promptly forget all of the stuff because I no longer need to retain it. Like, I no longer need it in my mind. Alright. Well, the good news is that I no longer have to comment about how unfinished the path is because the road north is done. We can just enjoy the ride. I want to make a video of going through West Hill. I don't know whether I might have to slow it down. I feel like the walking speed is going to be too fast. I mean, I am running right now, but I feel like the speed is going to be, even at walking, it's not going to be slow enough to really take it in. I guess I'll have to do something like a replay mod video. I love that all this is finished. It feels like those walks through those servers that have been around forever, like Minecraft Middle Earth. I should stream from there again. That was a really fun walkabout. Obviously, you can't do anything. You can't build anything, but it was just fun to see everything. I think I had recently just rewatched the movies, too. YJan, new main channel video? What do you mean? There's a new VODs video as of yesterday. Or as of this morning, rather. If you're watching this new, we've got command blocks in the server, and that's how we travel from the medieval fantasy zone, which is way up here, to, wait for it, spawn, which is where the whole server started. Oh, with the server tour, will that be a main channel? No. No, my main channel doesn't get any views. I can't even monetize my main channel. I've got the more subscribers, I think, but I don't have the 1,000 watch hours. So my main channel hasn't had a new video posted since 2019. I'm curious now that we fixed the iron farm, what the rates are over here. I've been struggling with what to do with my main channel, because the Joel Duggan VODs is going to continue to be, oh my gosh, look at this. The This will be filled with very, very little space. But I don't think we have to turn on the moss farm. I think we should just be able to grab some stuff. I do like to leave one space free if I can. These never fill in order, which is weird. I've always found that strange. Don't need any of those. We're good there. I'll get more saplings. Top those up. We do use those a lot. Oh, that's wrong. I don't think we need any more bone meal. We've got lots, that's good. How are we doing for dyes? Oh yeah. Nice. Ooh. Cosmic would be happy. Hello, SweetSandi. How are you? So Alistair lives out towards the desert, so we'll go out that way. I don't think I'm going to need much. I don't know that I've been out this way in a while with shaders on. It's fun. I wish that the yellows in the game, the actual dyed yellows that they give you, were not so garish and green. I feel like they could be better balanced. I know I've got a special color in my yellow stained glass. Now, Alistair's place. Really like the pond, that's good. Bee farm is over here. There it is there. Honey. Honeycomb. Okay, he's got lots. So let's go with... Okay, I'd like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks. I think that's plenty. It's 3 per... Plus that means I don't have to come back for a while. Now, is there a place where I can leave him a sign? Probably by the portal. And look at the purple light coming from the portal on the stairs. That's really cool. I guess I could just look for an ender chest. I actually don't know what building he uses for like a home base. Like where he might keep all of his ender chests and stuff. I need to do more with armor on horses too. That looks really cool. Wheat and bone meal. He was working over here. He might have an ender chest just kind of kicking around. That's cool. Probably a dig from Quarry. Alright, I don't see an ender chest anywhere. I don't know, on the odd chance when Alistair has a chance to stream. I know he's been playing more recently, but when he has a chance to stream, I don't know if he streams with shaders on. Alistair, if you watch this later, man, you really need to stream with shaders on because your place looks really cool. It's so colorful. And it's got so many different features. I'm guessing some of this feels like Cosmic had a hand. Cosmic, come help me decorate. I feel like that was definitely some words uttered. Oh, that's a dead end. Ethics violation. That's right. He's got a text for me. He knows I can just deliver something. Or I can just tell him to come take something from me if he needs it. Isaiah B. King, hello. Been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Lord Andy, hello, hello. I feel like there's a piglin trading post somewhere here too. Yeah, maybe that's where they all are. Where does that go? Huh. That's really close to other portals. I wonder where that ends up. Lord Andy, no, I just needed some honeycomb. We're working on a bee farm, and I didn't have enough honeycomb to make the hives. SweetSandi said I posted a view from my chair where I'm modding today. Nice. Is it somewhere very, very sunny, very lovely? Is it like a vacation post? I'm going to sleep before I walk back. I think this is the first quick server grab we've had since I finished the road to the north here. Huge beach and trees. Nice. That sounds awesome, Sandy. Makes me wonder how obvious this look off is going to be. I feel like that's pretty easy to see. Once this is all done, I think my eye will stop twitching from up here. This feels really cool. I like this descent a lot. Like, I feel like I've hiked that around here in my area for sure. There's actually a hike nearby called the North Granite Ridge, which I've done the South Granite Ridge, but not the North one. All right, let's move some of these so they make a little bit more sense. Don't need that in there. All right, so we've got some honeycomb now. How many more am I going to need? Probably another... at least 18. Yeah, we'll go with 21. Why not? Plus there was a couple with that, and then we'll get the birch again. All right, I think I should just focus on the placement of the hives first for now. Gappy the guy, hello, hello. It's going well. Going well. We just got some honeycomb. That feels a little bit more organic, maybe. Now back here, I feel like we might want to have some hives over this way. I feel like they sit a little bit better when they're not right next to the path. I might want to have that back one. Whoops. Oh, do we want it to have... We might want to keep this side low. I never thought about doing a double decker. That's kind of interesting. Wow, we went through those really fast, didn't we? Okay, I'm glad I went to go get some hives. Or some honeycomb, rather. Mikatu, hello, hello. Hopefully that'll do. Yeah, and then I feel like we could have like a little crescent-shaped flower patch here. All right, let's work on what these sunflower bits are going to look like. I know I want that. I'm going to want ferns, bushes. This might be okay. And jungle. We might have to grow a jungle tree before this is all done. I don't know if this space needs like a little pond. Not really sure. Can we put these anywhere? Oh, cool. Okay. Absolutely can. I mean, not anywhere, but close enough. A pond with pink fish? I don't know if we can get tropical fish to stay alive out here. Fazu Battlecaster, hello, hello. How you been? Getting ready to move a time zone closer to me next month. Very cool. Or closer to Sandy. I can't remember. I can't see from the chat. All right, so let's go with another little patch of these guys, but got some growth there. Okay, so those hide the flowers pretty well. So we'll maybe put this back here. We might have to go get some dandelions as well. Yeah, I like the little pop of yellow in the back. That's nice. This is where I find the moss carpets comes in handy. Help with a little bit of a height difference. Makes it look more dense too. We'll probably have to move that later when we change the texture on the wall, but kind of proof of concept that this is going to work. Now, just out of curiosity, I don't think this is going to look good. I feel like we can use it in other spots. Maybe we can use this in like a small crop farm as like young wheat. That would be good. Don't see us using that anywhere. I love the sound of bamboo. I turned up the sound mix for the game. Hopefully it's loud enough that you can actually hear it. I found that when I was watching it back on YouTube, just kind of quality assurance that it wasn't as loud as I wanted it to be. All right, so that blocks them. Okay. I thought sunflowers were taller. I think I was just remembering them incorrectly. Kind of helps create a bit of a border. Plus, I can either drop a dandelion or some other flowers. I have more control here. Do I not have the data pack installed that gives me... Oh, there they are. Whoops. That was a fern, I think. So I've got a data pack that gives us like double flowers in some places. Not sure about that one. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. It's like a wild garden. So then the question is, do we put another flower patch kind of like wrapping around this? And for that, what I want to do it in, I don't think I'd want to create coarse dirt. I think I'd want to do mostly moss, probably. Maybe not over there. I just don't know if, I can't really see all that well. Just don't know if this is going to look good with like red and yellow next to each other. It might be really, really loud. So I'll have to see what this is going to look like. The foliage is audible, but the bamboo is harder to hear. Then again, I'm not on headphones. No, that's good feedback. I appreciate that. Imagine if you can grow a sunflower 5 meters in Minecraft. It would be cool if you can get them taller. I would like control over the sunflowers. I understand that it's realistic that they face east to the sun when it rises, but I would really like some control. I feel like just like if they faced the player when you placed it, similar to how you have control over like wildflowers when you put them down, that kind of thing. That would be good. Basil Zulo, thanks very much for the lurk. Appreciate it. Also, hi. Let me just see here. I guess we'll go. I might need more. I'm just gonna stock up on these. Mushrooms we're not going to be able to grow. I could also try to do some coral. Because I can do coarse dirt slabs. There's no orange coral, right? There's only 5 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. It's either that or I could use this, I think. Right away, I'm wondering if I need to change that path. I seem to cut it off when I use it personally, which is usually a good sign that I've got it in the wrong spot. Like it feels like until I put something here, I'm never going to go around. Like I'm always going to walk right across it. So it might be worth to put a little path around the back, just like we have a path around the back over here. Anyway, just of curiosity, I wonder if we can get this to read well. It'll be hard to hide. Because I can't think of anything green that I could use. But it does give another red shape. And then we just have to do our best to cover it up. Find the trick with this data pack with the flowers is to just figure out where you've got the ones that are the super dense ones, and then either I could replace this with a rose bush, or just leave them and then put other things where there's not as dense a bit of foliage. Not bad, not bad. StoggZDilla, I hope I'm saying your name right. Thanks very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh my goodness, I have just wandered into the stream and you're placing flowers. Is this what you do when I'm not around? Hi, Cosmic. You knew this was coming. If it's not here, that's your fault. I think I need to sacrifice one of these. How do we feel about the red and the yellow next to each other? Gonna need new shears soon. So this starts to feel a little bit grid-like. Pretty good. And of course we can come up here with some different textures through here. Actually, let's do that here. Sure. I think that looks okay. I don't think, because they're not right next to each other when we have a lot of green going on, I feel like the red and the yellow were all right. There's definitely a good separation. I think it might be a little bit loud if they were like right intermixed together. Annoyingly, coral cannot be placed on leaf blocks. Signed, frustrated with coral UK. Yeah. Yep. We've got coral here, and I've sort of been able to hide it. Or hide the water thing that it's on. It's really subtle. I'd like to have more. All right, Alistair got back to me and he said, of course I can borrow some honeycomb, but no need to return anything. So that's good. We'll stack it on the number of IOUs that I owe Alistair. It's a lot. Okay, I think we're going to do one of these guys back here. Sorry if bouncing around all the time is a little bit annoying. I tend to want to look at things from different angles. Oh, that's right next to something else. Hold on. I guess we have to try something different. I'd like to try to weasel in another coral, maybe here. Something that's not in any of these farms is wells, because there's rivers everywhere. So I have not taken the time to make any wells. Yeah, I wish you could, if you could waterlog a bush, I feel like that would be great. The mangrove roots are a good addition for this reason, as you can place coral on them, but the problem is with a lot of mangrove roots at once, even with coral on them, it can look strange, yeah. The real green, hello. Yeah, I agree. See, I'd love to be able to waterlog that and then put coral on top of it. I mean, the other thing we could try is a waterlogged slab, which may look better. But that's the whole idea behind this path, is like, you know, that's probably where this farm gets their water from. I think we'll be able to see it through here. Bring a slab. I'm going to see what a slab looks like. It's probably not going to be what I want. So you can put down a slab, waterlog it, and then put coral. If I bring the coral, I think I only had the one in case it died. Mikado, yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I mean, we're able to hide it pretty well. I don't know if it really matters. I think I prefer the dirt look to the mangrove. I don't think the water is all that great. I mean, again, you can't see it. Although, you know what? I think the blue of the water maybe mixes in better with the green, so let's try that. Oh, you need silk touch for those, don't you? Crap. That's something I find really inconsistent about Minecraft. With all the changes that they've made recently, I really dislike the inconsistencies between the new bushes, coral, tall dry grass. Like, either make us use shears or don't make us use shears. Like, I'm fine if you want us to do it. Just pick one and we'll do it. But until you pick one, it's really frustrating. I think we might have to sacrifice this one. Like, I want to put in some stragglers. Yeah, and then maybe we can cap this off with some bushes. Whoops. Maybe the solution here is just a different color or something. I haven't tried any of these in the ground. I don't know if this is going to work. Nope. Somewhere, somehow, I will make that work, but it is not here or today. Whoops. So I still want there to look like there's a path to these. Like over here, I was kind of messing around with the idea of like showing that the grass had been trodden down a bit. Don't know if carpet in front of those will keep the bees from coming out. I was just thinking I like the idea of a path or something that looks like a path here. As a way to get back to the other the other hives. Oh, thanks for the heads up, Lord Andy. Appreciate it. That might be better off as dirt. I really want to try to find a place to use the cactus flowers. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. We could maybe use an extra rose bush somewhere. I want to say here. Yeah, that's better. I want something tall and green in this space. Too close. All right. So, folks, I take a break about once an hour, and it is that time. I will be back in a few minutes. Grab yourself a snack, friend. Let them know that we're streaming early today, and we'll continue with the bee farm in just a few minutes. One of the cool things about this shader pack is that if you sleep during a rainstorm, when you wake up, there's a rainbow. I think is really cool. And a skeleton on fire. The real green, yeah, sometimes there is a bit of a stream delay. It depends on what part of the world you're in. I'm in the east coast of Canada, so it's currently 11:18 a.m. for me. So if you're really far away, you can expect sometimes a good 30 seconds of delay. I noticed even depending on when and what you've turned into or tuned into the stream on. The other day I was watching Pixel Riffs and I was mistakenly watching him on the Xbox app for Twitch, which is horrible. But I wanted to watch on my big screen and I didn't want to AirPlay it. So I was watching the video and listening to the audio on the big screen, but I was chatting on my iPad. And again, the mobile app for Twitch is terrible. You can't go full screen chat. Like you have to have the video playing. It's really annoying. Anyway, I noticed a big difference. Even I'm in the same location, but my iPad to the TV, the iPad was ahead by 15 seconds maybe. Yeah, I feel like that looks pretty good. And I think if I can just go through and finish up the bits in here. I do want to put maybe more dirt back here. Got coarse dirt. Do I want? Let me go get some other stuff. I don't see myself using the cactus flower just yet. Oh, you know what else is red? Is nether wart. We've done that over here. That was for you, Sandy. I dodged that tree just for you. Yeah, my custom nether wart texture is I think that's custom. I can't remember. Maybe it's just updated. No, I think that's... Is that vanilla? I don't know. It's been so long. Yeah, we did that over here too. That could be fun to throw in. Maybe not in the one that we're working on. This looks really cool when you get up a little bit higher. I don't know whether I'm going to go with a tough wall or a stone wall here. I feel like we probably want to go stone. SweetSandi with 100 bits for saving the face from the face plants. That was literally a face plant. Like it was quite literally a tree that we avoided. The only trouble with the nether wart is going to be that we'd have to put it on soul sand. Oops. I think a bush might be too big to go in here. Oh, maybe not. The grass tends to look a little bit better. I don't know. We can try some short dry grass. Again, I think it's going to be too light, but it might work. Where do I even keep that? Was it in here? Yeah, there it is there. I also didn't try a firefly bush. I think they're probably going to be the wrong color. I imagine these are not going to be what I would like. We might be able to weasel them into the yellow patches somewhere. It would be fun to kind of hide a couple back here too. I guess we could also hide the firefly bushes under the ground to get the firefly effect, but not have to have the bush around. Like if I wanted more fireflies, I could probably... I don't know if I can put something on top of it. We'll have to see. Put that there. And if I put the carpet... I'm assuming if I clicked on this, it would kill it. But if I put it here... Oh yeah. We'll see when the sun goes down. That might be overkill. I'm also wondering if there's something we can put on top of these beehives to maybe differentiate them a little bit. So like, I'm assuming oak would be the one to match. Almost a good times with Scar moment hitting all the trees. I try. Though, while there are good times with Scar moments I would like to have, like, oh, I don't know, any of his building chops, but his death meter is something I would not like to mimic at all. Yeah, I feel like that adds just a little bit of variety where there wasn't before. You're definitely ahead on preventing random mob farms. Well, that's fair. Happy about that. I don't even know. Do firefly bushes give off light in any way? Like, I know that they have like an effect. Oh, there's a torch somewhere. Oh yeah, okay. It's a little bit. It's not a lot, but like, it's something. So they have a light level of 2. I find that the things that have low light levels, like soul lanterns, ender chests, magma blocks, that kind of stuff, those look really good in vibrant visuals, like really good. I'm trying to give a border to this if I can. Maybe not. Oh, maybe we can put it there. So we're going to find out whether there's too many firefly bushes over there. It's crazy to see the glow from the lanterns so far away. I guess we probably have to be closer to see them. Cool. I don't think that's overkill. That's a little weird. I might want to mess with the position of it, like it might be better off underneath this tall bush. I like it. Alright, so now I just want to make sure that this feels like it's got some proper texture in through here. Find if you're putting the grass on the sides of every beehive just feels a little bit repetitive. I find a lot of times I want something shorter than grass. That's why I brought this out to see whether this... Yeah, maybe. It gives you something to look at. It's very bright with the shaders on. It's the only thing. I could just like that one more because it's in the shadow of the hive. Love the detail of the resin as honey on the other hives. Thanks. Yeah, I ran out of resin. I only have the one here with a couple of other clumps in there, so I don't exactly know. I need to figure out how to get more. I do have a creaking heart. Like I can summon a creaking, I think. We were discussing earlier the way to farm it. I've not been using the vines. I don't need... / can't find a use for that right now. There was something I was looking for. Oh, I need more of that. We're running... I should have got some wheat when I was in the meadows. That would have been smart. I find that having the path finished as well helps make things feel like they have a border. I don't know if I want to go with more mangrove. Maybe I do. It does feel very samey. Technical term. I have a few. We might have to take a break and grow some mangrove. Yeah, I think maybe a few out this way wouldn't be so bad. I do sometimes find the mushroom block very distracting. Just because it's so smooth. This is where I want to really get into my texture pack and fix my coarse dirt texture. I used to have pebbles in it, and now it does not. Let's move you up here. Sure. More moss. Thanks for the lurk, Dan. Appreciate it. We've got all this path to texture too. I didn't do anything with it because I wasn't sure whether the farm walls were going to move, but I think we're going to leave it the way that it is. I feel like I need to have at least one more of these somewhere for this to make sense. Maybe we'll tuck it back here. I really like the idea of the pressure plates on top. That really does help. It really feels like a lid, even though I know it has a lid. I like the idea of the extra bits. Do we want one farther up, maybe? Oh, of course. Yeah. I see what Pixel Riffs means about playing with shaders or playing with vibrant visuals. And as the light gets dim, you try to sleep before you really can. The in chat back and forth about constantly feeling poisoned because you're at work. That's funny. Oh boy. I remember those days from jobs that I didn't like, that's for sure. Alright, I feel I could probably noodle at this forever. The only place that feels a little plain is here. All right. We got it. Again, sometimes these things are just taller than you want them to be. It's weird, that space feels empty because these are so far apart. Cool. Just kind of thinking like some of the seeds from over there might drift. I feel like we did a pretty good job of keeping that red, but not overwhelmingly so. It's definitely more red from this angle. The too tall fern does cover up a lot. I could try... I'm going to try one rose bush here. I don't know if that's overkill. Yeah, it's very distracting. So I think we'll go back to just like that. I think that's good. I'm a little bit concerned that this might be hard to deal with through here. We'll have to see what we can do. It might be worth it to go in here with some slabs. Try to soften it up a little bit. I mean, really, a custom route on that, and then just a lot of these ferns like doubled up on, we could probably get away with this. Out of bone meal. PenG2025, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Thanks for saying hi. How'd you find the stream? We're streaming at a different time today. Don't know whether that's really obnoxious or... I think maybe we cut down on a couple. Yeah, that's not bad. Whoops. I think we can probably just have a couple of random bits of grass through here and be okay. This might be better off as a bush. Not quite sure what's going to happen there, so we'll leave that like that for now. I like doing things like this because it just makes you feel like you can't go that way. So it feels like an appropriate kind of border. I really like the new bush. Get a lot of use out of it. I'm only placing these because I know what they look like in the daylight, because right now I can't see anything. Yeah, pretty good. Well, that finishes up that side. Obviously, we have to do the wall, but I think that all the grass stuff is done. Now I got to figure out what we're going to do over here. It might be worth just starting from scratch. I think I like the placement of the beehives, but I'm not sure. It's funny how the resin shows up as a full orange block on the map, even though it's on the side of something. That's actually going to annoy me. Same thing with the dry grass. It shows up as a full block, which I guess makes sense because it's on the ground. And the wildflowers as well. They show up as like a full block. I feel like we need more hives over here. I've also put these all in a straight line, and I'm not sure I like that. I think I would prefer this to be back by one. At least. They're also not as close together as the other ones. Yeah, we might have to start this. This was kind of like a proof of concept. I might have to start this from scratch. It's funny, like I kind of want to switch gears a little bit and plan out like both sides at once. So I think I like the idea of having a vegetable garden here. Maybe that's where we can get away with putting in some nether wart. That would be kind of fun. I like what I did up here. And I feel like I did another little garden over this way too. Yeah, nothing crazy, just real simple stuff. I feel like... What colors would we want over there for crops? I think some wheat. Well, that might clash with the wheat up there. Not clash, but it might feel a little bit too similar to having a patch of wheat over there. Maybe we could have the wheat over here. I don't know. I definitely feel like we've got room for it though. I think that makes sense. And then maybe one more here. Smaller row of something. Oops. Yeah, I don't think we need anything back here. We could maybe just extend those. That's kind of a fun shape. Oh, whoops. Maybe that can be the nether wart. The nether wart's gonna be pretty red, so it'd be kind of cool to tuck that behind something. And that's gonna take forever to grow. Do I have more? Just have one. Carrots? Yeah, I think some carrots would be good in there. I don't know, if I put the nether wart here, I have to think about what I'm going to put next to it. So, like, orange and red next to each other may not look the best. I'm also wondering if there's something else I can put there. Like I might be able to mix up some stuff. Had I thought ahead of time, I could have grabbed some nether wart from my nether wart farm in the nether. Just a manual farm, but is there. I could also grab some stuff over here. This will grow up over time. So, mangrove button. I'll just grab the two from the back. I flew to the wrong farm. Was not paying attention. So I was thinking that in combination with some coral. Now this might be too close to get away with, but we'll see. Cut across here while I can. Soon to be a problem. What I should do give myself an infinite water source. Not that it's not fun to go up and down the hill, but for the sake of accomplishing more with time. SweetSandi, thanks for the reminder. Appreciate it. I'll sleep so that we don't have any mobs spawn while I'm on break. I feel like that could be fun. We'll have to wait for more stuff to grow in. Don't don't think you can put these on soul sand. No. Cool. I need to step away for another break, folks. I'll be right back. 5 or 6 minutes. Just need another glass of water and a bit of a stretch. You should too. Let your friends know that we're streaming a little bit early today. The more the merrier. We're always trying to grow the channel, and I'll be right back. MindTripMedia, thank you for the 100 bits. I really appreciate that. Hope you're having a good day. Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday, right? Yeah. All day long. So I don't mind that. I don't know whether we should be doing like, those are the patches of the sunflowers, this is the patches of roses, maybe this is the lilacs. Although they're right next to the other lilac farm, so I don't know. Peonies are too dark. I know I don't want to do that. We're kind of limited in what we can do. Maybe I could put the lilacs in here. That could make sense. So for crops, I guess we'll try some of the wheat. I never thought we can't put them on soul soil or soul sand, but I can put them on coarse dirt or mud. That actually blends better than I thought it was going to, you know? Surprising. That sort of clashes. I'm not entirely sure if that's the way to go. Cue the rest of the stream, me bumping into those things constantly. Just finished watching the newest Spawn Chunks episode and saw you were streaming. Thought I'd come by to check out the Citadel. Well, thanks very much. Burninator57. That's a great username. Burninator. Well, since you're here for the first time, let's give you a bird's eye view. So what were we... I guess, well, this is the bee farm that I was talking about on the show. So this is the current situation. And we just finished up this whole section minus the wall. The wall's not done yet, but that whole section is done. But then the last couple of episodes, if you've been following the show, we've been down this end working on the North Ridge. So all this has been finished up. And then when you come into the valley, this is the scope, the scale of everything. We've been spending a lot more time in the valley lately because it's the last thing to be finished. Really, most of West Hill is done. We were going around before doing tables and chairs replacements, but that's been a few weeks since we've done that. Of course, Bernard. Thanks for listening to the Spawn Chunks. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. I guess I only brought the other bit of mud. Maybe we can do coarse dirt on the end. And we just wait for those to grow up before we can fill them in. Now the other crops, I was going to do wheat. Beetroots are going to be too purple because my custom beetroot texture looks better with purpley blue stuff. So I guess our only other options are potatoes. I did a potato farm over here that I like. That was kind of fun. And then I was looking at the little trapdoors and stuff. We can sort of do that here. It's a little bit front facing. Maybe we put it back here. I'm going to need the hoe. And tall grass. Oh, right. I gotta be faster than that. Well, that actually works out because maybe we can use this here. Did that actually go lower? That actually went lower. I wonder if that will keep that as farmland. I'm okay with that. I think that's a decent shout. Ah, it does not keep it farmland. That is not how I had that, I don't think. Maybe we'll double up on this one. These have random heights on them too. It's a couple different textures depending on where you put them. I think it was better with wheat there. Too bad the farmland turns to grass with those on there. Yeah, I mean it's fine. The coarse dirt works fine, and I can swap some of these out. We can go in here with some other stuff. So we can do some rooted dirt on a couple of these. Changes it up a little bit. The tricky part is that I'm gonna want to have paths down in between them. So when you get into coarse dirt and stuff like that, you have to figure out then how you're going to put the paths down. So you may have to come up with some better or some alternative pathing here. Whoops. Man, she gets dark quick. Grass with stone pressure plate, like slabs in a path. So that's not a bad idea. I feel like I'll probably end up doing more warmer colors. Like I'll probably work in some jungle wood in through here. And I guess we'll just do potatoes. Sure. I don't remember what bush looks the best next to potatoes. I feel like I need to grow more potatoes anyway. No, don't eat the potatoes. Eat the carrots. Something I could do is hide some water, and that would help the farmland be darker, although that wouldn't necessarily work for here. I think a couple of these feel like they're full grown now too. That one was not. I might actually bring this over this way. It's a little bit better. All right, let's see what bushes I want to put in there with the potatoes. Don't remember. I mean, I'm gonna have to wait for the daylight anyway. For the sunshine. Oh, it might be mangrove. Well, it's not that one. I'm thinking... I mean, jungle seems to work the best. I'm gonna wait for the sunshine to come out. In the meantime, we can probably sort this out here. Oh, that got switched. Try to make this look like it has a decent border. I don't know whether we can get away with little flowers like this. Maybe? That sort of works. I feel like here I'd really like to have something buried, like a little bit more of a border to it. This is usually where I use acacia. I don't know if I'm going to want to put grass in front of this or not. Oh, yeah, leaf litter is a good idea too, Sandy. Good call. Man, the tools we have now, pretty cool. Not crazy about this path. Oh, crap. Burninator leaf litter works so well next to dirt to soften the edge. 100%. Yeah, we've used that a couple places. Not around here. I think closer to the road we used it. And I've definitely used it over some paths. I'll fly over and show you. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Art. Alartistic, hello. I find that this is a really good use of leaf litter along the edges of paths like that. Also bringing out, like, transitioning the dirt path into the road is really good. You use that a bunch around here. Not not in great volume, but just like little touches here and there. Texture's not done through here either. I feel like I should add that to the book so I don't forget. Well, the farmhouse is done. I can check that off. Yeah, none of these really scream potato. guess the jungle is still the best looking one. I might need the acacia for more stuff sunk in the ground. Well, that was cool. It was kind of shiny because it was wet from the rain, I guess. I wish there was a way to have younger potatoes. I guess we could maybe fake it with a fern. I think that'll turn back in the grass. We'll have to see. That hoe does not have... Well, it does have silk touch on it. Because you need shears. It's silly. Let's do this. I need more of these in a minute. I think that looks pretty good. Unfortunately, the fern is not the same green. Oh, you know what? I could try. Over here, I use the bush as a crop. That might be more fun than potatoes. Let's try that. Yeah, I think that's going to blend in better. I bet that this is all going to turn to grass, though. And then I have to change this out. What did I do over here where I had to use coarse dirt for pathing? Did I just used a lot of... Okay, just mushrooms and... Here it's farmland, so it doesn't matter. It's where the lilacs are. That was the problem. Okay, I just used some more mushrooms and stuff. I might be able to get away with some jungle wood too. This might be too light. That is not the right color. Looks like mushroom block in my inventory. This is so full. Ooh, you know what I should do? We should put a couple of these guys out here. Man, so much stuff to manage. So we've got a lot of jungle wood inside here. That's where I thought I might be able to get some jungle wood in through here. Oh, I forgot there was leaf litter on that. It looks okay. Some places we might be able to get away with the rooted dirt. Maybe even just regular horse dirt here. don't think I can put it on here. Oh, I can. That's cool. That's a sapling. So far, these have all stayed farmland? I'm surprised. Does give me an extra texture to work through here, which is good. Oh, crap. It works, but it's a little bit on the... This, for whatever reason, this one on the left feels a little bit too... I don't know, it's too something. That's a little bit better. Since we can put leaf litter on those guys. I mean, that's a little bit extreme, maybe. Nice way to hide some of the jungle wood, too. I think that's pretty good. Dalton, I think that's how you say that? Dal Tower? Dal Tower. Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Not convinced I like the berry bushes. Yeah. To figure out something there, maybe. I like the wart and the coral combo though. And surprisingly, I didn't realize how well mud kind of like works with soul sand. I mean, it's definitely a different color, but it has enough similarities, I think. We're going to put another one of you guys back here. Just Dalton. Cool. I will remember that as best I can. How'd you find the stream, Dalton? Welcome in. Grass. I think that's all pretty good. Yeah, like it. I wonder if closer to the house I can get away with more like random planks in the road texture. Maybe not quite right there. I feel like maybe. It'd be nice to be able to work some of it in here. Actually, let's switch that up. Because then I could use a couple of planks down here. Maybe I'll do reverse. Whoops. How much left to build? I mean, in this build, not a heck of a lot, but there's a few. I think it's not that the list is very long, it's that what is left is kind of arduous. Like we've got the basement distillery inside the keep, which is like that storage system that you've probably seen me go to. So that's going to be removed and then turned into a build. And then all of the storage is actually going to go over in the crypt, which is underneath the graveyard. There's a huge storage system. It's all manual, but it's done. But then from here, we've not done anything along the west riverbank. So all along here, probably as far up as like the cliff, all along here, the waterfall's going to take a while. This cliff is going to take a while. This is going to be more simple. But then we've got like all the way around to there. And even like probably around the corner here a little bit. So like that's going to take a long time. And that's it. Minus this, what we're working on now. This looks really cool from above, actually. I quite like that. I feel like that might be... I think I might like the rows better than the clusters. So we've got a little sign there. I kind of want to try a jungle trapdoor there. It's probably not going to work. It's probably going to look too much like the windows. Yeah. I feel like this works because from this position you can't see another window. That said, I feel like a hanging jungle sign is going to be too light. I feel like this is going to be the same as the stripped jungle wood. Now, should I do another one of those somewhere? Maybe like right here. To get rid of this. Yes, I know you are a dangerous bush. I get it. That's one sound I should probably turn down. It drives me crazy. Hey, what are you doing over here? You're supposed to you're supposed to be pollinating the flowers that way. Oh, are you a neighbor bee? Or are you one of ours or are you one of theirs? Did you cross the line? You crossed the line. I was careful not to use any beehive related things in the house build. I feel like that one could use an extra sign. Well, he's got the pond. Where's he going? Yeah, you're from over there. Trespasser. Yeah, that's a little bit more visible. I don't know if that works. That kind of looks cool. That kind of looks like it fell over. So maybe we'll do that with spruce trapdoor. Find mixing spruce trapdoors and others are also good. Yeah, that little bit on the ground has a little bit of character, creates a border. I'm cool with that. Thanks for the reminder, Sandy. Appreciate it. Let's grab one of those. Just noticing little things as I approach this little path that I want to tighten up. Could probably have a few more planks out this way too. I wonder why he's chosen to come over here instead of... I'm not sure if there's another bee still working on the azalea over there. I don't know how many bees there are over there, actually. I don't think it's just the one. There might be. I don't see another one. They get stuck in the house a lot, though. So, I wonder why he would choose the wheat instead of the crops. I guess these are probably all... Well, they're all full grown. This is all full grown, too. I wonder why he would choose that instead of the azalea. I feel like that's closer. Alright, I am feeling the inventory crunch right now. It'll be time for a little reset here. Also, we're low on some things too. man, so many blocks. It's like a game of memory. Thankfully, we've got the shulker box label mod, because otherwise my brain would just be mush. I think that looks pretty good. I think it matches. I think it'll be better when we finish off like the bushes and things along the side of the house there, but it's a nice little spot. This bee is definitely more attracted to this side. I wonder if they prefer, I mean, if they prefer wheat, like then they've got lots here. Yeah, I don't see any other bees. Oh, was that him? That was probably him. And I have not seen the bees that we brought over here fly around anywhere. They've obviously been doing stuff because there's honey. I have not seen them. Oh, speak of the devil. What I should do is I can get a flower, and if I see both of them, then we can breed them. There they are. Come here, friends. Make small bees. Nice. I have to be careful if these guys end up in these hives before I have them as the final placement, because we'll have to use campfires to move them, so I'll have to be careful. I'm not going to have bees for every hive. I think it'll just be fun to have, I don't know, half dozen or so flying around. Yeah, this, I feel like maybe this section is going to be the only section that we have these two tall beehives. I feel like these tall hives here kind of block the view. So I think it'll be better to have these guys all lower. And I think we're going to move their positions too. Oh yeah, right away that's better. Nice reveal there. Cool. I like it. All right, folks, I need to wrap things up. That's a full 3-hour stream for me today. Really, time flies when you start at 10 in the morning as opposed to 1 in the afternoon. So I am going to consider that for some changes this summer, I think, because it is still not super warm in here, even at 1 o'clock. So that's good. I think this is coming along great. I'm really happy with the way things are going. I really like this little garden. I'm still on the fence about the berry bushes, but I think that the combo of netherwort and coral is really, really good. And obviously we've got some more pathing and stuff to do. I like the jungle, so we're probably going to add some jungle going through here. But this will look a lot more planted once we have some bushes and things around the build as well. But next up is probably this section, and then we'll do that section and then the back of the house and stuff. So anyway, I don't know if I'm going to be, I should be able to stream tomorrow. It's not going to be in the morning. I have a dentist appointment in the morning. So that tomorrow morning is not a thing. But Friday morning might be. I will keep everyone informed on the Discord. So if you're a member of my Patreon, which is patreon.com/JoelDuggan, or if you're a member of the Twitch community here and you are a sub, then you have access to my Discord. And I will give you a heads up as to when the time tomorrow is going to shift to. My plan is to go to the gym after the dentist appointment, but it should give me time to get home for lunch and still have my normal 1 o'clock time. So, but Friday might change a little bit. You can, of course, follow me on social media at Joel Duggan. I tweet out and put a post on Instagram when I go live as well. Discord is more reliable, but if you follow on social media, you'll get those notifications as well. Check out the Spawn Chunks podcast. It's free. It's available wherever you get your favorite podcasts. It's all about Minecraft. And I think this week was a really fun conversation about the Copper Golem. Johnny and I had a good time. I will see you folks tomorrow. We're going to pass you along to Megibite because she's awesome, and I think that she just started. And so I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.